The team have been robbed, metaphorically, physically, pants absolute pulled down. Welcome to Quito, Ecuador, the world's highest official capital city, the closest capital city to the equator and the world's first World Heritage Site. So hopefully bursting with culture, bursting with history and bursting with some flair JPEGs. We've got rooftop cocktail bars, everything in between. If you enjoy what you see, hit the subscribe button down below. I can see the Basilica #1 stop behind us. Flair apartment here. Let's get cooking, baby. Stop #1 of the day, Basilica del Voto Nacional, a beautiful neo-Gothic architecture built very similar to Notre Dame in Paris. From the front side, it looked exactly like that. Phenomenal architecture, beautiful inside, nice paintings, nice obviously different like stained glass windows, so obviously nice colours coming in. However, one big gripe, one big annoyance with it, there's not many places of worship, and I think you only get this in like Catholic ones where they charge you to go in. So we were like, okay, right, we'll pay to go in. We wanted to go up and see like the top bit, the top roof, and obviously get the views and stuff. So we paid to go in the church, went through to go to the bit where like you go up to the roof, and they were like, oh no, you've not got the roof ticket, you've got to pay extra for that as well. So it's like $2 and another $5. So for me, one, it's flair, two, it's beautiful, but this is, I think, like one of the big concerns, I think, like with Catholicism, I don't want this turned into a big religious rant, it's just like the barrier for entry and charging people to go in somewhere like that, for me, not the one, does not get the seal of approval. We had a little wander, little saunter down Venezuela Avenue, not much to see there if I'm 100% honest. We did actually walk up it last night and I was like, oh, there's a lot of Venezuela flags, a lot of Venezuela cuisine, so if you're in the market for a little bit of that, that is going to be the spot for you. However, the king has come up trumps. Have a look at this. So we're in a little hostel on the roof now, so I'll whack it on the screen as we're talking. Right in the middle of the screen, I'm not sure if you can see it in the sky, there's a load of fighter jets going past. This is a lovely little rooftop, silly views. I'm going to be checking in with the food very, very shortly, and then yeah, you've got the cathedral that we went to, yeah, right up there in the middle now. But a lovely little joint here, love little breakfast menu, silly price as well. Just paid £5 for a little avocado on toast, little coffee number coming as well. So we're going to do a little check-in, a little review very shortly. But yeah, one of the other things as well, as we're walking through this like main area down here at the bottom, never seen this, all these like special forces police officers turned up, and then there's like loads of people getting like searched and stuff by them. So yeah, pretty loose area, pretty interesting start to the day. But yeah, we'll be checking very shortly with the food, and anything else to note, your boy will be back. Peace. We tried our best to order a coffee and a juice. The coffee machine is out of action, so we've had to go for the local red ale. First little beer wari actually in Ecuador. It's a little taste test for the boys. Looking like a fruity number. A little bit heavy, a little bit tasty. Good bit of kit to start the day. Currently about 10:30 AM. A little check on the old food. Gone for eggs and avocado on toast, the G-Dubs staple. I've been told on good authority the pesto has no pine nuts in, so we're going to be putting the body on the line so you don't have to. Little fruit platter. Of course, on a little shakshuka. Look at the size of the glass of wine. Hold it up, Em. What's the review on the shakshuka so far?
Really nice.
Yeah, it's looking silly good. And yeah, the views. Absolute different gravy. Beer wari in the system, good little breakfast. The day is looking up already, baby. Breakfast in the bones, and it was absolutely sensational. It did have loads of pesto on when it came, and for those of you new on the channel, I'm severely allergic to nuts, but I had a little word with the chef and he told me on good authority no nuts in there, and it was unreal. The few times I've had pesto before, there's only one I can have in the UK, and it's the one that's from Waitrose, so you know, a little bit upmarket, a little bit classy, but you know how we roll on this channel. We're on Plaza Grande now. Lovely little setup. We've just been walking, talking, sauntering through the old town, and again, very similar to all the other places we've been so far in South America because of that colonial influence. You have, do you know what I mean, all the architecture very similar to all like the little piazzas, little squares, little courtyards across Europe. But let's just spin you around, get you in the old mixer and see what is going on, because the buildings here are absolutely gorgeous bit of kit. For me, I actually really like the Ecuador flag. I mean, you have all the colours on there, nice and vibrant, and then you have the massive eagle just in the middle, letting you know. On this side, we have very similar to what is at Trafalgar Square, if you ask me. Trafalgar Square off Wish.com, but a lovely setting. You've got beautiful blue skies and all the palm trees and stuff as well. We've got the king in the distance leading the old charge. One other bit of feedback is don't believe what the weather forecast said. When we booked to come to Ecuador, it was meant to be torrential thunderstorms every single day, pretty much like the whole day. And I've not seen rain once since we've been here. So it's been pure blue skies. Better be this way, Ryan, than the other way. But yeah, Google weather, Apple weather, BBC weather have all been absolutely shambolic so far. But yeah, from where we're kind of staying up at the church, and then you walk down this way, for me, this is the place to come to. This is very much, I guess it's a lot more touristy here, but I think it's a little bit more classy, a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more flair to it. But yeah, looking pretty bloody nice. And I tell you what, there are so many police officers right now. I'm going to do a separate vlog talking about kind of safety. Do you know what I mean? There's a few areas where you walk through and think, oh, it's a little bit dicey, it's a little bit rough, but from a safety standpoint, not had one issue thus far. Absolutely fine. And me and Em stick out like sore thumbs. The ginger and the northerner, no tan between us, 8 months of travelling. So you know what I mean? We'd be bribe targets, I guess. But yeah, lovely setup, and El Kingador in the mix here. What are your thoughts, Em, on the square?
We're back on track. It was lovely. I love it. It's so nice. I mean, the sun is shining, which always helps, but look how pretty it is. Got the palm trees, the sun is shining. It's lovely.
Gotta give a little taste test. Review. The team have been robbed, metaphorically, physically, pants absolute pulled down. After the debacle at the cathedral this morning, we saw another lovely little church. I'll overlay the name now, I can't think off the top of my head. Lots of gorgeous outside, beautiful architecture on that main Grande Square. We thought, you know what? Everyone deserves a second chance in life. We'll go in, we'll explore. So you can pay to go in, or you can pay to go in and do the domes as well. So you know what? We complained before, we'll bite the bullet, we'll go do the domes. Paid the extra. As we're walking in, some woman comes after us, well, not after us, comes up to us, asking for our tickets again, even though we paid and gone through, kicking off of us in Spanish. You've not got a guide, you've not got this, you've not got that. It's an absolute debacle. So the long and short of it is, for me, the churches in Quito do not get this seal of approval. It's just an absolute battle. It's probably that everyone talks about, oh, watch your money, be careful on safety. I've not felt unsafe once here, but I tell you what, both those churches have absolutely robbed us blind. But that is enough of the negativity, because there's power cuts left, right and centre all over Quito. It happens quite a lot. They just shut the power off apparently. There's loads of places with just candle lights on. Our phones won't even work to like try and find out where different bars and stuff are. However, when you have no plan, that is often the best plan. You stumble across the best places. We're just sauntering through the old town, getting a little bit of hydration, got a little coconut in the bones, gorgeous buildings, all different colours, nice architecture. Just lovely to walk around and explore. Again, it is boiling hot. Me and Emma sat inside, got a lovely little spot, but I thought I'd come out, you know, give you the full ambiance. We're up Bandido Brewing, the only place we could find with power, with Wi-Fi, and with hopefully some delicious beers. I say hopefully, I've already sampled it. I went for the stout. I thought they had a chocolate porter, but they didn't. It was some like Harry Potter infused beer. So silly good beers in here, and as well, way cheaper. We were going to go somewhere on this little square, and it was like $8 for a beer, $8 for a wine. We've come in here, it's 11 for both, and they serve pints, the things you love to see. This infused a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of coffee, so you already know it's my little fan favourite. But that is absolutely different gravy. People in here, super, super nice, talking us through the different beers. Obviously, they had a little glass of the old wine for Em. And let me spin you around and show you what we're dealing with. This is the outside. Beautiful day. There's two little spots. You can smoke up here if you're partial to a little Pauline Fowler. Not for myself, of course. And yeah, it's just a ruthless little setting. We've got Em in here. And then, yeah, it's pretty cool setup, to be fair. So they've got all like gaming stuff as you walk through. Give you a little walk down, walk and talk actually. We're gonna have to keep walking and talking because there's music playing in the background, you know what I mean? We've got a bit of atmosphere, but yeah, super, super friendly in here. The guys like Spanish, English. I always try and practice ordering in Spanish, but it's absolutely terrible. Dos cerveza, por favor. Usually go for una cerveza, por favor, but you know, but yeah, super, super cool little setup. Flair little beers. Here are the team, but yeah, beers are banging, unbelievable, would highly recommend. Oh baby, outro time. The sun is caressing against the skin. It's golden hour. Me and Emma sat up on that bar. I've had about 6 pints. We're feeling a little bit lively. Thought we'd wrap it up here before it gets a little bit too active and we get a little bit too aggressive on the old YouTube. If you want to see daily updates, we're up to in a little bit more casual fashion. Follow me on the old Instagram, Gareth Wright 2. In terms of other things, in terms of what you want to do in Quito, which we've done on other days, which you've not done today, which you should 100% go out and check out, is the Teleferico. You go all the way up the mountain, beautiful panoramic views. It's absolutely sensational. It's going to set you back $8.50 to get to the top. We also did Picancha volcano hike up there, which if you like your hiking, if you like your mountaineering, it is unbelievable. Possibly one of the most rewarding, challenging and bloody difficult things I've ever done in my entire life. The Teleferico takes you up to 4,000 meters altitude, and then basically to go to the top of the volcano is about 4,800 meters. It is unbelievably difficult because you have no oxygen because of the altitude, but it's also difficult because it's ridiculously steep. The sand's falling away under your feet. So I would only do that if you love a challenge, if you love pushing yourself, and if you want to see what it's like before you go do it, go back 2 days. I've got 2 vlogs on the channel of what we've been up to then. The other thing, I wouldn't recommend it, but this is another massive thing to do in Quito, is Mitad del Mundo, and which, as it says on the tin, is the middle of the earth city. Ecuador, the name in Spanish means equator, and ultimately the equator runs through this city. It's about 45 minutes outside of Quito. We went there for the day. It's literally like it's a 20-minute activity. It's the most touristy thing I've ever done in my entire life, but there's only 3 countries where the equator runs solely through the country. 1, Somalia, 2, Kenya, and 3, Ecuador. So it's super flair to say you've done it, but for me, it's a big tourist trap. So, you know me, honest reviews as always. Quito is a city centre. I think it's a big mix. I think it's super flair in terms of the buzz about the place. Obviously, you've got the nice beers, you've got the nice buildings, you've got the nice architecture. Obviously, a little bit of a bad taste in the mouth over the old churches, but don't let that deter you. It's a flair place, and do you know what I mean? In terms of world domination, you've got to come to these places, experience the culture, try as much food as possible, and explore as much as possible. Just because I don't like something might mean it might be your favourite thing. Just because I absolutely love something, maybe you don't like it as well. So we will soon find out. We've got a mate in the background selling these. Love to see it. But we're going to wrap it up here. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 Quito. Nothing too bad where I'd say don't come here, but there's nothing that's absolutely blown me away. If you have any questions, anything you want to know, bang it in the comments down below. Whilst you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Still en route to 3K subs. We're on daily vlogs at the minute. We will be back tomorrow, and we're still in Quito. We're doing a food and drink tour. Even though we're smashing the beers today, we've got a full day ahead tomorrow. We've got some little rooftop cocktail bars, some more places to get a few beers in the system, and we're gonna have to have the king trying the local food because I've got a little bit dicey with the old nut allergy. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. See you tomorrow. Remember, the chef is always cooking. Let's get it.